A popular third-party candidate has now dropped out of the presidential race.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced today he will step aside and endorse former President Trump. For more on that, we're joined live by UC Berkeley political science professor Steve Fish. Steve, good afternoon. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure, Grant.
A lot of people think this election will be extremely close. Every vote might matter in certain swing states. With that being said, how consequential is today's development?
It's very hard to know for sure, Grant, but I don't think it's necessarily going to tip the election in any of the swing states. We have to remember that RFK Jr. supporters were much less likely to vote to begin with. If you look at the numbers on this, these were very soft supporters. Oftentimes in our history, when you get a third-party candidate, Ralph Nader, Jill Stein, going back to Ross Perot in the 1990s, and before that, there's very strong support for that candidate among his or her supporters. We didn't get this time with RFK. Most of his supporters have actually been very soft. And it's also not clear that they will necessarily take their favorite candidate's advice and go out and vote for Trump, since he endorsed Trump, if they do vote. So I actually would not anticipate that this is going to be a game changer for the election.
So Trump did acknowledge that he got this endorsement today. He called RFK Jr. a great guy. He said he's respected by everybody, and that Trump is scheduled tonight to be joined by a special guest in Arizona. Speculation is that it's going to be RFK Jr. What are you hearing?
Well, he's not respected by everybody. In fact, he's not respected by most people. He's just another entitled conspiracy theory mongering nut job like Trump, frankly. And he is not the object of all that much respect. Practically every member of his family has disavowed him. They're embarrassed by him. Of course, he's from this great political family, a Democratic political family, and they're embarrassed by him. So he's not a respectable type. If you listen to his speeches and his public statements, he's at least as crazy as Trump is. So, you know, they make a good pair. I don't think that this is necessarily going to change the election, though. We have to remember, too, that some of the RFK supporters, especially if you look at younger people, really they just wanted an alternative to Biden or Trump, these two old candidates they didn't identify with. Now that Kamala Harris is in the running, some of these folks who were not necessarily wedded to Kennedy himself, but just wanted a fresh face, now have it in Harris. So I think a lot of them, especially among younger people, will probably go over to her.
You know, the vaccine position that kind of put him back on the map with COVID. There were assault accusations, the bizarre pick up a dead baby bear and then put it in Central Park and make it seem like a bicyclist killed it with RFK. Can you put into context, as a political historian, how bizarre this is to have a Kennedy be doing this?
It's absolutely bizarre. I mean, the Kennedy family has been the subject of some controversy over time, a very powerful family, but for the most part, a family of dedicated public servants. RFK Jr. is not that. He is, as we've pointed out, something of a nut job, and his conspiracy theory mongering isn't limited to his anti-vax stances. He has all kinds of crazy beliefs about 9/11. He seems to think it was an inside job committed by the agents of the United States. You pick, in fact, just about any issue now, and he's got some bizarre conspiracy theory to go with it. So, you know, this is a very different Kennedy than other Kennedys, and I think that the family's defending its honor now by disavowing him.
Steve Fish, we appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Thank you for joining us here on KRON 4.
My pleasure, Christine.
Thanks, Steve.